I guess just being down south, me and King, we kind of got it together off rip. It was pretty cool. We love being together. We're always together. We show up at the field at the same time, and we just got great chemistry up the middle. So I'm looking forward to a fun experience with him.
Willie said you guys are working on your defense kind of this offseason. Learning from a guy like Willie who played second base in the Birds, what are some of the things he taught you?
Man, catch every single ball every single day. But just really focusing on making the routine plays. You don't always have to be a superstar or superhero. Just turn a routine play and turn the double play. It's truly a blessing. Exciting to see. Just to have eyes watching. It's a little different from what I'm used to, but it's just another reason to have a chip on my shoulder to go out there and perform and have fun every day.
When you first got here, how did you see the chemistry and the overall connectedness of this team grow over the course of fall and overall?
Well, meeting Ben at USA was just an awesome experience, and knowing that a guy like Ben was here and I got here, everybody else was the same way. It was loving. Everybody was joking around, fun all day, all the time, and it's going to be a great year. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you committed to ASU already, or did Ben kind of help you through that process committing to ASU?
Yeah, he was a big advocate in that. Just hitting the portal and then he talking about, bro, you should come here. Like, this is the spot. Bloomy would love you. And just having a conversation with Bloomy over the phone, it felt like home.
What was that conversation like?
Well, he said he needed a second baseman, and his just left, so I could fill that role, and I'm here to fill that role.
When you got here on campus, what were kind of your initial emotions, reactions?
Well, it's definitely a bigger city than what I'm used to, being down south in New Orleans, but beautiful weather all the time. Don't have rainy days. It's nice. I'm looking forward to a fantastic season.
If you're coming in from the outside and the guys who have been returning, what kind of been the messaging internally from those returning guys and what you guys want to achieve this season and kind of how the last few years have motivated them?
So I know from the returners like Toby and Compton, those guys haven't experienced the regional, and that is the number one goal this year, to at least go to a regional and get to a super.
What would it mean for you to kind of be part of that team, that era that adds another banner and appearance to maybe Omaha on that board out there?
It'd be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it'd be a blessing, and yeah.
How would you describe this team?
Fun. We get after it, and super competitive. Super competitive.
What kind of brand of baseball? I mean, obviously competitive, but do you have a specific identity that you're hoping this team can bring to the field this season?
I think we're gritty, and I think you guys will see how gritty we can be. This is the best pitching staff that I've ever been a part of, let alone the offensive side. They're hitters top 1 through 9. So, yeah, it's going to be great.
How's Boomy as your coach? What is he like out there? Like, does he have any specific mannerisms, sayings that he goes to?
Well, believe it or not, he's actually super laid back, which is nice. And just being able to experience, I guess, as an infielder and seeing how laid back he is and how he carries himself, it kind of, like, we feed off of that energy. And so it just kind of helps us get through the days. And because they're long days, and now dress rehearsal is over with.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
I think a big thing for the fall was getting to work with Ellie a lot, a new hitting guy. He made a lot of changes with me, and to be honest, I think that was the biggest thing that really clicked for me.
What were some of those changes that you really wanted to keep out?
Really just like simplifying things, making just my swing more simple, just trying to see how easy I can do it and just like effortless and not trying to do too much, just kind of simplify everything down. That was a big thing.
Isaiah said Ellison helped him with like repeating a lot of the same movements, making those movements repeatable. Is that something similar for you?
Yeah, I agree completely. It's just honestly the same thing for me. Yeah.
Going through the process of getting the extra year eligibility for you, what was that process like?
It was kind of all over the place. It was pretty. It was a little stressful. I mean, I didn't know if I was going to get it back or not, and I mean, Jaffe had a huge part of that. Dan Jaffe, he helped a ton, but yeah, it was a long process. It was a long summer, but thankfully I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Being able to, when you found out, what was your reaction? Just
I, I was so excited. I can't even explain it. I mean, I called my parents right away. I couldn't even be more excited. It was awesome.
And hearing that excitement, being able to do it at this program, what they motivated you to be like, okay, I have 1 year left, I get to spend it here. What emotions kind of were low for you?
Yeah, just the chance to get another year. Just kind of like now for me, it's like I just get to take advantage of this and just have the best time I can possibly have, and just have a good time.
You want to compete and then earn the starting a good job for catching position. What do you hope to contribute to this team and what it can be capable of?
I hope to just be a good leader, lead by example. I hope to do a good job with the pitching staff and just be there for them as much as possible, help them out with anything they need, and just I think this team has a ton of potential, so I'm excited.
As one of the key players on the team who's experienced postseason baseball before at Oregon, what kind of messaging have you been able to spread to other people on the team about what that's like and where you guys are really want to get back to?
I think a big thing is just holding people accountable, doing the little things right, and I think this team does that. I think I think this team is going in the right direction, and I think it's going to be a long year, good long season.
Balancing improving your offensive ability with getting to know the pitchers and improving defense. What was that struggle like? And how did you split that time up?
I mean, the coaches make it pretty easy. They kind of give us a few days in advance. They kind of prepare like our days and whatnot. So they do a good job of just like, hey, like this is your time to catch. This is your time to focus on hitting. Yeah.
And then improving defensively as a whole. What were some of the things you keyed on?
Just kind of fine tuning everything. Really got to just kind of get back to catching a lot, and just I mean the scrimmages help a lot. Just game reps. That's the biggest thing. Is just as many game reps as possible helps the most.
And were you excited about the pitching staff working with them all offseason?
I was so excited. I mean, it was awesome with Jeremy and just what he's done with the pitchers. It's been so cool to see and just be a part of it and learn from Jeremy. So it's been awesome.
Is this the most talented pitching staff you've ever been around?
Not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. It's by far the most talented, by far.
What makes them just so good?
I think just their mindset and the way they just get after people. Like, they did it all fall. They got after us, and they just pounded the zone, just threw strikes, and just didn't quit, didn't have any, like, they just got after it completely.
This is a relatively new pitchers group with Campos gone. What have you seen from guys like Garza and Brody Grace?
I mean, they're awesome. I think, like, as a group, we work super well. Like, we all kind of communicate. We, like, if we see something that they could do better, like, we do a good job of telling each other.
What did a guy like Campos do for you being around him last year and how that influenced how you
The biggest thing with Campos, I think that I took from him is just his work ethic. I mean, he was the hardest working kid I've ever seen. And so being able to spend a year with him, seeing him do that, has made it kind of like I try to do now what he did a little bit with that work ethic and try to get after as much as possible. Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Middle infielders. What were some of the things you took away from Bloomy? Obviously, a middle infielder himself in the big leagues.
Yeah, obviously coming here, working with Bloomy, you learn a lot. I mean, he's big leagues, 14 years. So yeah, me and Kyle, we gelled together pretty quick. And yeah, all fall we got to, work together in scrimmages every day in defense. So yeah, just the angles, creating angles, attacking the ball, just playing with confidence. We learned a lot from him.
When you first found out about the opportunity to come to ASU, what was your kind of initial conversations with Bloomy like, and what kind of sold you on the program?
Yeah, so I got in the portal, a lot of conversations. I came on my visit. He was just telling me, like, I mean, the place sells itself. Like, if you just look around here, look at everything, all the historic achievements and everything, and him being a player here himself and, like, winning here and, what he's done for the program, it just shows, like, why he came back, because he loves his program and he wants to win. So that kind of sold itself, really. He didn't really have to paint a big picture for me, so.
How has he been able to, like, give you perspective to new ideas from a shortstop perspective and his experience at big leagues and what you've been able to learn from him thus far?
Yeah, I mean, you learn a lot. Like I said, creating the angles, attacking the ball, playing with confidence, a lot of, drop steps, working around the bag, a lot of feet work stuff. You learn a lot, and, accuracy and, catching every ball. You take pride in catching every ball. You don't want to miss one in practice. So Yeah, I guess just mentally, you learn a lot. Just going about your day. From professional setting, I think he's taught that pretty well.
What are some of your initial thoughts on kind of the vibes of this team, just kind of joining it, being part of the squad?
I came in, they welcomed me like really quick. I would say it's a really fun, loose team. All the guys get together, and we all like each other. So I think it's like a family. The best I could describe it.
Being a veteran on this team, how does your opening day preparation differ than maybe when you were first getting into college baseball?
Yeah, it's a lot different. Now that I'm older, the nerves aren't as, they're not as high. Obviously, it's going to be a little jittery. It's the first game, but, you're able to control it a lot. Me being, a veteran, a senior, I'm able to control, the way I go about my business a lot easier than I used to be. So, yeah.
What are those conversations with Jack's been like? I'm not sure you guys are going to rotate a lot in the middle infield this year. Jack started a lot last year. What are those conversations like?
Yeah, me and Jax talk every day. We talk about how we field the ball. Like, what would you do on this ball? We're always just talking to each other, and we push each other. I think that's what makes this team great is the amount of depth we have. We all push each other, and I think that's why we're gonna do really well.
We've heard your team described as gritty, competitive, connected. How would you describe this team, the brand of baseball you guys want to play out there?
I would say confident. I think if this team is confident and we play like we know how we could play, I think the sky's the limit. I would say that, yeah.
What would it mean to you to have that lead to another NCAA tournament appearance and maybe get another flag up there for Omaha trip?
That's one of the reasons why I came here. Obviously, they haven't made the postseason the last 3 years, but you could tell what they're building here and the players that they're bringing in. And with the coach like Willie, he wants to win. That's why he came back, because he didn't have to take this job. So I feel like, what they're building here is going to be great.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.